Hello, viewers. Steve here, doing part 2 of Anti-Film School's summer movie wrap-up. Gonna jump right into it here. Brief rundown of what we're doing real quick. I'm going back over all the big summer releases month by month, and I am rating the month overall. In part 1 we did May, and in this part we're going to be doing June 2012. So jumping right into it here, there are a whole bunch of movies to go over. So beginning with Snow White and the Huntsman, directed by Rupert Sanders. I'm sure if you had no idea this movie was out, you probably do now. It's been controversial because apparently star Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders had a little thing going on when the cameras weren't rolling. Beside the point, Snow White and the Huntsman really was just an okay movie. It tried to appeal to both the action crowd and the Twilight crowd, and it kind of fell short for both. This movie looked awesome. You could fill a book with images from this movie, and it would be an awesome coffee table book. Sadly, the movie itself wasn't that great. It was uneven. Kristen Stewart has absolutely no presence whatsoever. She is a horrible actress. I kind of thought at first it was just the material she was getting in Twilight, but she just cannot act. And she plays Snow White. She may have the look. Personally, I'm not blown away by her looks either, but I think she has one acting style, and that is to kind of scowl at you. She's no emotion whatsoever. She has absolutely no emotion. I'm sorry, if you like her, you can have her. Again, just keep her out of the movies I see because I just can't stand her. But this movie also was kind of ruined by Charlize Theron's over-the-top performance. She's a little too evil, but I get people praised her for it. I thought it was a little bit too much. But there are a couple of bright spots. The action's kind of cool. Chris Hemsworth, who plays the Huntsman, is really great in it. He does a good job. I'd expect nothing less from him, to be honest with you. He's a good actor. And the Seven Dwarfs are really cool. If you get a chance to see it for them, because they're actually pretty neat. I won't spoil them for you. I was glad I really didn't have any clue about them, and they were a really big surprise. They were awesome. But overall, this is about a C+, C. Average movie, a couple of things to like, a lot to dislike, so, see it if you want. Then we had Prometheus, Ridley Scott's Prometheus, one of the big summer movies, one of the most anticipated. And that was its problem. I really liked this movie. I loved it. I thought Ridley Scott did an incredible job with handling the material. It's all about creation, a big question mark that we only have little answers for. Creation means something to everybody, something different to everybody. You cannot answer the question of who created us, how did we get here, without pissing somebody off. And, I think that was kind of what the big controversy of it was. A lot of people went in expecting Ridley Scott to provide this big answer within the universe of his film, and he handled it just like the question would be handled in the real world. There's no definitive answer for it. There's scientific answers, but they're not huge scientific answers. They're just little ones. Just same with religious. Everybody thinks we were put here by, a higher power. But there's only little answers to that, And I thought Ridley Scott did a great job handling it. It fit with his alien universe. I think the movie was a little overhyped, and people were disappointed. personally, I went in with normal expectations. I wanted to see it. I figured it was going to be a prequel to Alien, and it basically is. He tried to say it really wasn't. I mean, it is its own thing, but you know, it still. I mean, it sets up Alien perfectly. So I'll leave it at that. But overall, I say see it. I think it's just shy of brilliant. I had a lot of fun watching it. 3D was spectacular. If you have a 3D TV and they put this out on 3D Blu-ray, get the 3D Blu-ray. It's absolutely awesome. And see it for Michael Fassbender's performance. He rocked in it. I can't say enough good things about him in Prometheus. He was fantastic. So then we had That's My Boy, the new Adam Sandler comedy. If you can call it a comedy, I call it abomination as far as I'm concerned. It sucked. I really, really hated this movie. It just wasn't funny. It wasn't good. It was Adam Sandler playing a role he has played multiple times, just with an R rating. I do not think the people that Adam Sandler chooses to surround himself with are funny. It's just bad from beginning to end. This movie is disgusting, raunchy, wrong, awful. I mean, I think Judd Apatow did great things for the comedy. He made it raunchy, but with a lot of heart. This is just raunchy with no heart, no soul, nothing. This is absolutely one of the worst movies I have seen this year, next to Total Recall, but that's in a different episode. This movie, really bad. That's My Boy. Stay away from it. Grade F. Then we had Rock of Ages, the new heavy metal musical directed by Adam Shankman. This was a pretty forgettable movie. I actually forgot this movie came out until I was going back over all the big releases of the summer. This was nothing special about it. Kind of poor musical numbers. A decent performance from Tom Cruise. He steals the movie. Everybody else sucks for the most part. Especially Diego Boneta. I really did not like him. But, you know, it's a 80s hair metal musical, and you would think there would be some fun in that. There really isn't. Yeah, just kind of a poorly made movie with nothing really popping out at you. You'll forget it the second it's over. I forgot I saw it, so that should tell you something. It like didn't make any sort of impression on me. So then we had Pixar's Brave. Brave was a step up from last summer's Cars 2. I didn't like that movie at all. I actually didn't see it until it was on DVD. I didn't even go see it in the theater because I personally just do not care about Cars at all. I don't think it's Pixar's strongest series they've got going, but people like it. Brave is not in the same league as WALL-E and Up and Toy Story. It's pretty good. It's nice to see a female heroine for once in their movie, but I think it's just a little too kid-friendly and not heavy on big picture stuff. Their other movies dealt with some really heavy subject matter behind the kid-friendly jokes. There was another side to their movies, and they were powerful. This isn't really that powerful. It's got some great animation. It's funny, but it's not a great movie. It's just pretty good. It's worth checking out once or twice and then, forgetting about it and, rewatch Toy Story 3 again or Up or something like that. I mean, it's just not by any stretch of the imagination Pixar's strongest movie. So then we had Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, Timur Bekmambetov and Tim Burton's vampire flick that was actually pretty good. It got pretty horrible reviews, but I actually sort of liked it. It's a B movie. It's kind of an intelligent B movie. It's not overly intelligent, but it's well spoken. Pretty cool little twist on history. The vampires rocked. It has some cool action. It had some decent 3D. It was over before you knew it, and it's just an okay movie. I'd give it like a B minus B for a B movie. Fun while it lasts. Don't think about it too much, and you'll have a good time. Then there was Seth MacFarlane's Ted. I thought Ted looked weird and kind of just stupid when I first saw a trailer for it. I'm not a big Family Guy person. Do not hurt me. Don't think it's that funny. I'm sorry. I don't think countless pop culture references are the funniest thing on the planet. But Ted was pretty good. I loved Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis. They were awesome. They have so much chemistry. I'd love to see them in another movie together. Even by Seth MacFarlane. I'd love to see him do another big screen movie. Just please, for the love of God, do not make it a Family Guy movie. I don't think I could sit through it. Or a live action one at that. But the little teddy bear, Ted, was pretty good. He was pretty funny. They did a really great job with the animation on him. Still, I think the movie had some problems. The finale and the villainous side of the movie underdeveloped. But Ted's a solid B plus, funny. I've seen it twice. Doesn't hold up as well a second time, but still worth your time. Go see Ted. Or when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray, give it a rent. Last but not least, Moonrise Kingdom. Moonrise Kingdom, I actually didn't review it until July, but Moonrise Kingdom was one of the best movies I've seen this year. One of Wes Anderson's finest moments as far as I'm concerned. There's really nothing bad I can say about this movie. Funny, touching, heartwarming, unbelievably well done. This is, I think, Wes Anderson's probably his finest hour, next to Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I actually can't wait until this movie comes out. I was kind of dying to see it again. I just loved it. I thought it was so great. Bill Murray and Bruce Willis and Edward Norton are fantastic in this movie. They are hilarious, and the two kids are absolutely flawless. This movie, one of the best movies of 2012. Go see Moonrise Kingdom. Own it when it comes out if you can. Awesome. I'd say like A. Just shy of an A+. One of the best so far. So, overall, June was a solid B+ month. I thought there were some duds, but the great outweighed the bad. Prometheus and Moonrise Kingdom were just... They made up for movies like That's My Boy and Rock of Ages and Snow White and the Huntsman. They were phenomenal. Ted was really good. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was fun. But overall, yeah, solid B+ month. So, next episode will be July. A lot of big movies. Actually, 2 to be exact. 2 big movies and 2 smaller ones made their way out in July. And a lot to discuss about those. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this installment, and I'll be back here in a few days with the big month, July. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon.